everyone, today we are going to be reviewing the brand new Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Skin Sheer Glow Tint Hydrating Foundation Stick. I have had this in my possession for a few days now. I have done several wear tests on this. I have tried applying this in different ways with my fingers, with a brush, with a sponge. I know how this applies best, how this wears best. Do you need powder? Do you not? Does this sink into fine lines and wrinkles? Does it slide off my face as the day goes on? All will be revealed in this video today. If you are new here, hi, my name's Gemma. I upload new beauty content on this channel every single week, and I'd love it if you come and join the family by clicking on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Glow Tint Hydrating Foundation Stick. It's going to set you back £35 in the UK, and you get 9 grams or 0.31 ounces. The packaging is absolutely divine. It is beautiful, it is stunning, it is elegant, it is classy. It comes in a bullet format like most foundation sticks do, and all you need to do is twist up the bottom and the product releases out of the top. This comes in 20 diverse shades. I've gone for the shade 3 Fair, which is a great match for me, and it's going to give you sheer to light coverage with a supernatural soft glow, no foundation finish. The consistency of this is creamy yet light. It is not oily, which actually surprised me a little bit considering that it does have some really hydrating, nourishing oils within the formula, as well as some really hydrating ingredients and vitamin E for that antioxidant support as well. So, obviously it's Charlotte Tilbury. There are going to be a lot of percentages on the website, which I always find a little off-putting, but they're not too ridiculous this time, so I'm gonna pop them over here for you so that if you want to, if you're interested in that sort of thing, you can read them for yourself. So this stick has several uses. So you can use it as standalone foundation. You can also apply this underneath foundation to give your usual foundation a little bit more glow. You can use this as a highlighter if you want to pick it up in a slightly lighter shade. You can use it on the high points of the face to highlight the face because it is that glowy. And also, if you want a really glowy bronzer throughout the summer, pick it up in a deeper shade and apply it on those areas where you want that bronzy glow. Definitely you will be able to use it in that way as well. I myself have only picked up one shade, so I'm going to be applying it all over the face. This is not for the faint-hearted. If you are not into a glowy finish on your face, this is definitely not going to be for you. Hands down, tell you that sometimes when something is called a sheer glow tint or anything with glow in the title, sometimes the glow aspect of the product is under-egged and sometimes it's over-egged and it's actually matte with a little bit of radiance to it. This is glowy. This can be incredibly quick to apply if you apply it directly to the skin from the bullet and then blend it out with your fingertips. You are going to get slightly less coverage if you do it that way, but you can build up the coverage if you so wish. If you are like me and don't like getting your fingers messy and like a little bit more coverage straight from the get-go, I would advise you to apply this with a brush. You get the most beautiful finish on the surface of the skin and slightly more coverage straight away. Of course, this is a product that's going to give you sheer to light coverage. So when I say more coverage, I just mean light coverage. It's more than sheer, but it's still going to be light coverage. If you are the sort of person that likes something with a fuller coverage, this is definitely not buildable to medium to full coverage. It is meant to be a sheer to light skin tint and nothing more. This melts into the skin absolutely beautifully. It takes no effort at all to blend it out. It's super, super easy. I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was going to detest this product once I'd swatched it on the back of my hand. I thought this is way too glowy for me. This is not going to be for me at all. This is going to emphasize all my pores, my texture. It's just gonna make me look really sweaty. And actually, it didn't do that. I was pleasantly surprised. This does have smoothing and blurring capabilities, which makes the glow slightly more airbrushing. And although a glowy foundation really isn't usually my jam, I do think this looks really flattering on my skin on first application, and I don't think that powder is a necessity to make this last. It does last for a really good amount of time for this sort of product. So powder for me would be a choice rather than a necessity. Just to let you know, I also have the brand new Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Island Glow Lip and Cheek Tint on today. It's very beautiful. It's very glowy. Again, I would definitely get use out of this when I've got more of a matte foundation on, but I think together with the glowy skin tint, it's just a bit much. I think this will shine so much better when it's allowed to be the star of the show, because at the moment I think it's just being absorbed by the skin tint and not being allowed to have its day. So really, really like this at the moment. I will let you know how I get on with it in a future video. This product did not sit in any fine lines or wrinkles. It didn't sink into any large pores on me. Also didn't sit in any dryness. It was really flattering on my drier areas. What I will say though, I did an 8-hour wear test on this. This tends to look a little bit heavier and a little bit greasier on me as the day progresses, and that makes no difference whether I'm wearing powder or whether I'm not wearing powder. The results are very, very similar. So again, powder, not a necessity with this, but it does help to alleviate a little bit of that glow if you are frightened by the amount of glow when you buy this. Most of the foundation is still on my skin after the 8-hour mark, and because I applied this really quite early in the morning, it's still light, so I can show it you in proper natural lighting. There's hardly any of the foundation left on my nose area, and also where my glasses have been sat throughout the day, that foundation has lifted as well. But on my chin, on my cheeks, on my forehead, the foundation is still there. It's not looking amazing anymore. Definitely not looking as flattering as it did on first application. If you like a glowy foundation and you have a similar skin type to mine, which is dry, flaky areas with an oily T-zone, I would say, in my experience, this foundation looked beautiful for around about 4 hours. And then it started to go downhill and the glow just took over and it just accentuated all of my texture, all of my larger pores, any sort of imperfection on my skin. Instead of being airbrushing and blurring on those areas, it started to highlight those problem areas. If you have the world's most perfect skin, if you have dry skin all over, or if you have a normal skin, then you may absolutely adore this foundation stick. Anyone with an oily or a combination skin type, I'm not sure you're going to love this. After the 4-hour mark, the glow, like I said, it takes over and it goes from a supernatural looking glow to a not so natural looking glow. And yeah, I'm not keen on the not so natural looking glow. I've had this on for around about 3.5 hours now, and you can see it's just started to show in my larger pore areas. Around my nose, it's looking a little bit heavy here. It's not started to look heavy in between my brows. I didn't put a lot of product in between my brows today. And on my chin, obviously part of my oily T-zone, isn't looking as flattering now either. Still perfectly passable, but if you do have skin texture, if you do have a lot of oils that come through throughout the day, then 4 hours is probably the maximum wear you're going to get out of this, and that includes if you've powdered this in place, because the glow is glowing. Just to let you know, this is definitely not a transfer resistant formula. I don't think the transfer is anything to write home about, but if you press your phone against your face, this definitely is going to lift in those areas. It will still leave foundation on your skin though. It doesn't lift the whole lot from the surface of the skin because this is built to penetrate the skin, so you will still be left with some on your skin unless you're constantly, you know, patting in the same area, in which case you won't have any left by the end of the day. So, final thoughts. Do I like it? I haven't actually made my mind up whether I like this yet. I don't think I like it as a foundation. Not for me anyway. I think this is going to look absolutely stunning on some people and they are going to rave about it. For me, with my skin type, I think I would stick to using this as a highlighter and maybe get this in a darker shade and use it as a bronzer, because I think it will be incredibly pretty used as a glowy bronzer. But as an all-over foundation, it just didn't work for me, and it's expensive. It's going to be a lovely lightweight foundation for summer, but not for me. I'm going to choose something that's slightly less glowy, because glowy and my pores and my texture and imperfections just do not work. I knew that when I bought this foundation though, so I'm not overly criticizing the foundation as such. It just doesn't work on my skin type. So if you have my skin type, be pre-warned. For anyone with dry skin, this sits beautifully on dry skin. Honestly, I had some real dryness around this area yesterday, and you would not have known. This is really hydrating, really nourishing, very lightweight. You can't feel it on the skin. It's incredibly comfortable. Doesn't feel like a foundation. It feels more like skincare, which I really, really like. So again, really nice product. Just not for me, not for all over my skin anyway. So that's it, my 2 penneth on the brand new Charlotte Tilbury Skin Tint. Have you tried this already? Do you like it? Do you not? Please pass on your experiences in the comment section, and please let everybody know what your skin type is within that comment, because I think that will be really helpful. And also, please don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave. Hope to see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.